compliments. I respond so well to compliments.
It's very sort of disruptive. So businesses which are
Huge.
really changing things.
So what was the
So and also Ferrari, I'd like to be a Ferrari ticket on Facebook, Twitter. No, we don't look at the media sites, but the tech sites. Sites which are built by technologists who scale really fast, get really big, kind of thing. YouTube. So, yeah. And I'm here to talk about, to meet everybody from Krakow and sort of to learn about the kind of tech scene.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's could you introduce yourself, please?
My name's Mike Richard from TechCrunch.
And tell me, why have you come?
Well, I heard on the grapevine that there are a lot of technology companies here, and I happen to be in Warsaw, and I thought, why not come down to Krakow? So I hopped on a train, and here I am. And well, I'm very pleasantly surprised. Surprised. Apart from being a beautiful city, there's plenty of interesting companies here, I think, to talk about. I think one of the things about Europe generally is that our ecosystem for technology is very distributed. We don't have a Silicon Valley, one cluster, and you will find people building websites across Europe in a very distributed manner. Some of the more typical startups might be, say, for instance, headquartered in Copenhagen, and then venture capital backing in London, and then they're developed in the Ukraine or in Poland, or the other way around. It could be the other way around. So it's very sort of distributed nature, and that's those are the kinds of things that I'm exploring.
I know you're working out of the UK as a European editor. I mean, what have you heard since you started working at TechCrunch? What have you heard about Poland and the technological kind of developments that have been happening in this part of the world? I mean, Poland and Eastern Europe have been always well known for being less good at software development and these kinds of things.
Yeah.
But as far as kind of like hardcore technology goes, I mean, what is the deal there? I mean, is there much talk about it anywhere else?
Well, I think what's going on is it's very early days. There's a sort of primordial soup developing of internet companies and technologists, developers who traditionally might have been kind of considered to be outsourcing venues for, say, companies in more western parts of Europe. But out of the scene that's developing here, I think some interesting things will develop. Because once you get people creating really new innovative projects, they start having their own ideas, and that's, I think, what is going on. What's going on at the moment. It's early days. It's not, and I think the other thing is that Poland is a large country in Europe, and if you do a startup, for instance, in Poland, I think there is a temptation to effectively just stay in Poland. You've got some internet companies here like OnNet and Blip and Nasza who have done very well, but they are in Polish and they have not necessarily scaled across in an international way. And I think the next stage after this will be Polish companies thinking in an international sense as well as in a kind of a regional sense. And that's what you see happening in other places as well across Europe. So in Germany, you have companies starting to do that. In France, for instance, you've got companies like Silent Tail coming out of Paris, which, like traditional